Welcome back to the second episode of our grand adventure. A home away from home, somewhere much colder. But to get there, there's going to be plenty of preparation to be made. If not just the costs of actually finding your way, but planning the entire expedition. Are you looking for a way back as well? Hopefully they've actually thought things through. And how many are they going to drag on this departure? I think it's going to take more than one episode, but will you join me on the trip to Antarctica? If so, sit down and enjoy this place that is further than the universe. So they're going to make actually a stop off in Australia. I have some family members in Australia, but I've never been there myself. I mean, it would make sense why there'd be a stop off in Australia. It's a bit closer. And looking at the map there, you can see the red line indicating the way back, and the stop off at Sydney. Wonder if we'll see the famed Opera House. I don't think there's many commonly known landmarks in Antarctica for us. They are laxing the rules set civilian expedition. It is a now or never opportunity for them. It's definitely a smile. I'm not sure it's one that would make your heart stop, but at least she's happy that she's one step closer to her goal. But yeah, with how vast the Antarctic is, with how kind of desolate and dangerous it is, I'm not expecting a grand reunion and success story out of this. I mean, of course, if there is, I would be pleasantly surprised. But if someone is going to the South Pole and goes missing, there is a myriad of ways that could have happened. None of them good. But for a civilian expedition, did I not see that, it got snowburn before? Did I block that out? Huh. Anyway, yeah, a civilian expedition to the Antarctic. I haven't looked up it for myself, so I don't know if that is a thing, but the hell is that? But I'm guessing they'll be kind of restricted in where they can go. Can't go exploring out. So the very first going to take a day off school, play hooky thing, and maybe don't look at that article. That seems a little shady. I mean, I like her optimism. Okay. I mean, yeah, but have you thought about anyone else? Family members or whatnot? Talk to them at all about it? And so now it's a for profit? Hmm. They all pulled out, did they? Yeah, the risk of death is, not exactly a zero sum. Close enough. I like this teacher. I don't think there was ever a punishment of write out lines that me or anyone that I know was forced to do. I'd have a No Game No Life advert in the back there. Does she have any credentials? Has she done any sort of training or preparations? Does she have done any more than the most cursory research? Yep, maybe stop writing everything or reading everything that goes through her mind. Yep. I was about to say something of the sort with that. I mean, if she doesn't work for it soon, does she not have any sort of... These two are a problem. The the what is that? I was at a prize from the drink vending machine. Bit flighty. And yeah, the whole it's her knowledge of the thing. Sure, she's been planning this for a while, but anyone else just kind of tagging along, probably a better vetting process. Once again, yeah, it's a whole I know someone. It's not that she's you know getting cold feet or anything. It's just pointing out the risks here. Better to not fail at vanishing into the night or dusk. But yeah, better to actually plan for failure than assume everything will be okay. Especially on a trip this risky, fraught with peril. And that's even just getting to Australia. I will say though that as far as kind of high school plans go, if anyone came to me well, that was easy, saying that they had the idea of going to a different continent, let alone one as formidable as, like, one of the poles. I'd have had several questions for them, but I don't think in my town anyone really dare dream big. Well, she is breaking down any sort of boundaries or not there with her attitude. And why is she working here? What a guess! Also, Cola Coca? Not sure on that brand. I do love legally distinct variations of things, and God, these statues are terrifying. It was hard not to hear them. She's got a decent memory and good impersonation. And just like that, they've got a third for their journey. Don't go to school? Is this a you are pulled out situation, or just decided not to? Or did she, she's wise beyond her years. Okay. And prove you don't need the public education system. I mean, sure, this is somewhat of a gap year kind of journey, but really goes with the flow. Why does her voice sound familiar and not at the same time? And the fact that she's now seeing this as all fun and joy and whatnot, while it's a serious expedition that they're going on. This Sunday. I mean, if it was straightforward, it wouldn't be interesting. I mean, and once you hit the point of no return, that's when everyone starts to falter, right? Interesting. They had more than the usual worries going through their mind. I do like that, yeah, she's kind of an everybody, a normal, and has been swept up by all of this, but really going in on it 100%. So she's a convenience store stalker, looking out the windows. Okay. I mean, if you want to make a character really insert themselves into the conversation, into the story, her type is one way of going about it. Wow, I like that it's actually doing advertising and whatnot and showing the highlights of all of the street. There's so much going on. It's too much visual noise. Ha! Ah. Why are you ignoring me? I have mistook someone for someone else before, but not like that. Not literally chasing them around. Oh god. I mean, maybe you don't want to act like you're in college. Funny, yes, funny. That's one way of looking at it, I guess. Sexalicious? I mean, that is an adjective, I guess. Uh-huh. So, who's going to be the unlucky fool? Success? Perfect. Uh-huh. I see no issue with letting them going on a journey to the Antarctic if this is how they're acting just in this main street. Huh? Well, I mean, if she is known to them, that's probably a good in. And thank God that sign had a handles. They're multiplying. I mean, don't need to tell them twice, apparently. I mean, she's probably had a lot of practice. She's more of a sprinter, I see. The fact that they're actually... Oh, okay. Keeping up, but also running in those outfits. Now, other than it's just she's come to them a fair amount of times and asked probably to try and join along and whatnot. Any reason why she needs to just run other than this is, shall I say, this kind of personality of coming up against anything hard? Jesus. Both literally and metaphorically, sure. But the problem is, after a lot of running, do they know where the hell they are? I would be lost after about 32 seconds. But yeah, I really was not expecting a... I mean, good job at just joining in a conversation at a table there, but... Good save. I've forgotten what I was about to say, but yeah, I wasn't expecting a run through Shinjuku. And there's going to be a big collision right at the intersection there. I mean, she said she was a natural-born sprinter. It was going to end sometime. How much airtime did that shoe get? True, what was the worst that would happen? Is she? I mean, sure, just chuck her under the bus. Any way to be, on board. Once you're halfway there, they can't stop you. What are you going to do? Throw her overboard? And these requirements. A large wad of money will usually change certain thoughts about it all. And yeah, the amount of times we've seen her start writing out a message or something, how many are going to be left unsent? Ah, that's what she was thinking. Also, is she going to lose the phone and it has to be returned to her, much like the money was lost? Or is she going to... You pocketed that pretty quick. Yes, that is what she expected. Well, now seeing that... But yeah, choosing not to take her money after everything, showing that she's got more than a little gusto to actually try and be part of this. Really, this is the whole... Just chuck more money at the problem and it would be fine. Your way has failed. Mutiny. Well, if that way didn't prove fruitful, looks like there's hope on the horizon. Now that is a sight. But, the idea that, through somewhat unexpected circumstances, you can be brought in, swept off your feet, and joining in on something that is well outside of your remit. I do like the idea of just the different reasons why they're going on in this. Others, some just to have a moment in their life, in their youth, that they can claim as theirs as doing something. Others a very personal, family-related one. And then others just, yeah, well, something to do, innit? But as far as this show goes, just starting off really... like the classroom moments, very grounded, very reasonable. The kind of dry sarcasm of the teacher. Granted, this is a kind of new, fascination for her, so she will be going all in the early days. I'm not sure, every waking moment should be focused around this trip to the Antarctic. At least get your cardio up. Oh, speaking of which, plenty of that in this episode, and good that, to be able to be good on this trip, have some energy, gotta have some stamina. Kinda showed it here, even if they did collide due to not looking where they were going. Basic observation is a must. And yeah, I don't believe that smuggling yourself aboard one of the trips is really the best way to begin a journey like this. And neither is bribing the people potentially in charge to get you on as well. She's shown that she's perseverant in trying to achieve this, but also I kind of agree that there's a reason why she shouldn't be allowed on this trip. She's too attached to this. She's too invested. She can be easily distracted. Have a slight hint of idea for where the mother is, and chuck herself headfirst into danger because she could be over there. That's a danger that there's a risk that I don't think they would be willing to have on their shoulders. But yeah, long, dark days, constant minus 40 or something. I don't actually remember what the temperature is. And such harsh environment that they'll all end up, hating each other. The show, if it follows that kind of how these trips usually go, could produce some interesting interactions. That was based off of any kind of documentaries and stuff I've watched on the topic so far anyway. Extremes really push you to your limits. Sometimes friendships don't really last under harsh circumstances. But there's no point worrying about that. Why give up now? Just over the potential of trouble. That's why they had a bit of an argument earlier. This show is good. I like the suitably mundane. It seems like a harsh criticism, but it's not. Mundane kind of animation and art style of this so far, while putting in a lot of extra details and effort that other shows wouldn't, in bits that you don't really notice. And of course, every now and again, the little hint back to No Game, No Life just... I get it. I know why it's there, but... opening up old wounds. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this episode. I may have said something slightly interesting at any point. Doubt it though, but if so, let me know. Leave a comment down below, a like on the video, subscribe to the channel to not miss out future episodes, or jump onto my Discord for notifications when new ones do come out. Now, get yourselves a bit of rest. You might want to pack on a few pounds if the weather's going to be a bit cold. See you for the next one.